rise from his lethargy. I am Chris, a grateful participant of the disease of addiction. Grateful because it has allowed me to see so much I would have never been able to see before. I literally had to go blind, boys, to be able to see what really matters and what's going on within me. Before I get to the message, obviously I'm blind. I'm on a fixed income. I've been shining on people that are new in the program with food, cigarettes, trying to keep them comfortable and around long enough for hopefully the miracle to happen. I spent $210 on these tickets to the Kidwell the Dreamer concert tomorrow night for the success stories in the program to show them that we do have fun in sobriety. If anybody out there is so situated to be blessed a blind man, bro, my Cash App tag is $BMR Chris. Blind Man's Recovery Chris. Anything helps. So your boy would appreciate anybody being able to bless him. Now let's get to the message. Okay, if you have cancer and you go to the doctor and the doctor tells you, yeah, there's a treatment for it, right? You volunteer for this treatment, right? For this cancer, right? But the disease of addiction tries to convince us that we do not have the disease. Every day actively, it is trying to manipulate us into believing that we are normal somehow, right? I wonder if Bill Wilson, what he meant by the peculiar mental twist is this subtle insanity, right? This obsession that one day maybe we'll be able to control our use and control our drinking like normal people. If we were to attempt it and be real addicts, real alcoholics, the day that the man or woman rises from his lethargy or her lethargy may never come. You see, I spent 20 years suffering from the disease of addiction and didn't even have a clue what was happening to me, right? How do I fix something? I don't know what the problem is. Well, it's a disease that centers in our mind. It's a disease that takes my mind and convinces me to go back to a drink every time, right? So I know that it's a mental obsession, a physical allergy, creating a spiritual malady. The only treatment for this cancer is a spiritual exercise guidance by a sponsor, a spiritual advisor, taking action, taking suggestion, being honest. You can go to 100 rehabs, okay? Your insurance can pay $500,000 for you to go to this rehab, that rehab. The only thing that's going to end up happening is you're going to pay $500,000 for a big book. X is not on the outside, guys. X is on the inside. The spiritual malady. What's blocking us from the sunlight of the spirit. A God consciousness is required. It doesn't require you to explain it to anybody. It can make sense to only you, right? And it's simple. This is how it starts. For me, what I did every day, all I did was tell myself nothing happens in God's world by mistake. I don't know who he is. I don't know where he's at, what his name is. I don't know none of that. I just know he's real. And that's all I need to know. If I try to put an answer to something that you couldn't possibly know the answer to, I drive myself insane, and that's what the disease does. It tries to manipulate me into believing things that aren't true. What's true? He's real. That's it. End of story. And if nothing happens in God's world by mistake, and I look at it, as I go through my day, I look at it like that. It's easy to not be looking at stuff like failures and wins. Bro, it just is what it is. It was God's will, right? And if I wake up every morning and make a decision to turn my thoughts and actions over to a power greater than myself, right? What I think, in my opinion, is none of my business. Let me say that again. If we wake up and make a decision to turn our thoughts and actions, our will, over to the care of God as we understand him, then what I think is none of my business. We just do what's in front of us to be done to the best of our ability and leave the results up to our higher power. Right? There's no wins or losses. Of course, we're selfish and we want things to go our way in this way, but it is what it is. It is the result that God wanted it to be because nothing happens in God's world by mistake. And it's that simple. I hope this helps somebody, guys. Peace and love.